From the Weather NorCal Command Center, this is your afternoon update.
Kent's Meats and Grocery is much more than a grocery store. We carry a full line of quality meats, local and organic vegetables, and a large variety of fish, Green Mountain Smart Control pellet grills, and a full deli case of sandwiches and side dishes.
Well, I want to remind everyone that I've got a free Weather NorCal app if you don't already know about it already. Just go to your app store on your iPhone or the Google Play Store on your Android, search for Weather NorCal, and download the app for free. Everything that I offer on Weather NorCal, this video that you're watching, you can watch from your phone. The 24-hour streaming channel, you can watch from your phone. I've got the neighborhood forecasts in there. I've got Turtle Bay Wonderful World of Animals. We've got all kinds of programming here on Weather NorCal that you can get from the app. So check it out. It's a free app, and I just think you'll like it. All right, let's take a look at, here's what's going on here. Dry and slightly warmer for your Martin Luther King Jr. Day. So we're going to be looking at dry conditions. A good day to get out there and enjoy Mother Nature, but we do have chances for more rain this week, as early as tomorrow, and then more coming in later in the week and this upcoming weekend. Now with these storms, starting tomorrow and even into the weekend, we're talking much, much higher snow levels than we've seen. In fact, kind of going back to the early part of the season where we saw those warmer storms coming in, we've kind of got a bit of the same trend coming in with more of this subtropical moisture. You see this area of low pressure right here? This is in what we call the mid-latitude. It's a warmer air mass where it's coming from. If it was coming up from here, much colder, it would ride down, it would be looking at low snow levels, and we'd be talking about lots of snow in the higher elevations. However, this is tapping into subtropical moisture. And yes, we'll see snow in the higher elevations, but you have to go above 5,000 to 6,000 feet before you start seeing anything significant. So let's take a look at futurecasts and get you through today. Of course, today is going to be just a gorgeous day, really. But as we take a look at tomorrow morning, the showers begin to move in for the north coast. Nothing terribly heavy. You can see the heavy rainfall still off to the west at this point. By noon tomorrow, it's now pushing through the valley, and we're still fairly dry off to the east. But by the afternoon into the evening, now of course the eastern mountains are seeing that activity. Some more moderate rainfall, patchy areas of that here going into tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. By the way, take note, pink is kind of that rain-snow mix, blue is the snow. We're not seeing a lot of it on the map, indicating that we've got those high snow levels. Now I think tomorrow, places like Chester, you might see a bit of a mix. Maybe even around Mount Shasta City, especially as you head into the higher elevations there. But overall, you're going to have to go above 5,000 feet before you start seeing any significant snow kind of accumulations here, and really maybe even above that. But there's tomorrow night at 10 p.m. We're still seeing some of that rain out there, but things are starting to kind of dry out behind it. Now, there could be, and I'm seeing the potential for some lingering showers for parts of the north coast, and not to mention even into Siskiyou County on Wednesday. But for the most part, it looks like Wednesday will be a dry day. But we take a look at our forecast rainfall estimates, and you can see upwards of about 1/2 inch, give or take, for the valley. A little bit more than that out along the coast. Snow will show that, yes, we are seeing that, and we are seeing some of the blues, and not to mention the purples and pinks, indicating 8, 12 plus inches of snow. But again, you have to go up pretty high in elevation to see that. So really, what we're seeing here, you see just how light the amount of snow that we're seeing out of this, because we've got such high snow levels out of this system. Now, the winds aren't going to be much of a factor here for today, and really even tomorrow for most of us, but I do expect the winds to pick up as we get closer to the coast. You can see, especially over the ocean, some very strong winds there. That is going to create higher wave heights, and you'll notice that when we look at our wave heights forecast here in just a bit. But by the time we get into Wednesday, those winds should die down even for the coast. So we look at the long range here. This is, of course, that next storm system, but notice where all the storms are coming in. Starting Friday, we've got another storm system after Tuesday's system, and then you can see another system, more activity coming in behind that over the weekend, giving us more rain. Snow levels mainly above 5,000 and even 6,000 feet. And then there's Monday of next week. Tuesday of next week is looking fairly dry at this point. However, we've just got off and on chances for rain in the forecast. Your wave heights for today, not that bad, around 7 feet heading out to sea here, but see how they're increasing. Remember I was talking about those stronger winds. That's what's going to give us those slightly higher wave heights going on into your Tuesday. All right, so let's take a look at your forecast for today. I think some of us could touch 60 degrees here. You can see especially down to the south into Willows, but 60, 61, not out of the question, but for the most part, upper 50s. Mainly 40s in the higher elevations for Siskiyou and the eastern mountains, but for Trinity County, inland, mid to upper 50s, and that's also the case out along the coast here for today. So let's take a look at your 7-day outlook, and there you can see for Mount Shasta. Again, I've got a few showers in there for Wednesday, but really, after Tuesday's system, I do expect mainly dry conditions for your Wednesday, Thursday, and then more wet weather going into Friday through the weekend. It's also the case for Alturas, and not to mention Susanville. In fact, Susanville, I've got you dry as well as Alturas for Wednesday, Thursday, and even most of Friday for Susanville is looking fairly dry. Late in the day on Friday, we'll see those showers move in, and not to mention going on into the weekend. Your 7-day outlook for the valley, showers. Some fog, by the way, I think we can see here for Wednesday morning, and could be looking at some dense fog depending on how much clearing we see behind Tuesday's storm system. But by Thursday it dries out, and then of course we've got more showers coming in by Friday afternoon and through the weekend. Let's take a look at your 7-day outlook for the North Coast. You've got showers Tuesday. Again, I've still got a slight chance for a few showers here and there for Wednesday for the coast, inland, and even Trinity County. But at this point, I wouldn't count on much, if anything. Then by Thursday, it dries out entirely with more showers off and on for Friday through the weekend.